Hello guys, welcome back to Karate Framework tutorial session 2. In today's session, you can learn the history of Karate Framework, what are the prerequisites required to start creating Karate Framework from scratch, how you can create a Maven project, after the Maven project is created, how you can add the Maven dependency to start with Karate Framework in the pom.xml file, how to add Maven surefire and compiler plugins, how to create a features file, what are the different components of features file, how to create a test runner, how to execute the test script, and how to verify the test report. Created by Peter Thomas in 2017, Karate software aims to make testing functionality readily available for everyone. It was written in Java, and most people expected its files also to be in the same language. However, fortunately, that's not the case. Rather, it uses Jarkin files, which is the result of its relationship with the Cucumber framework. The automation software is an extension of Cucumber, therefore inherits the use of Jarkin file in its operation. The big difference between the two is that Karate makes no use of Java while testing, but Cucumber does. This is the very reason why it caters to non-programmer, as the Jarkin syntax is super readable and comprehensive. This is the reason Karate is most suitable and recommended for making an entry into the world of automated API testing. So what are the prerequisites you really required to start developing Karate framework from the scratch? You require the computer with Linux, Mac operating system or Windows operating system. After you are having that operating systems, then you need to install Java or JDK 8 onward any version. So preferably 11 or like current version 1920 also you can download. So this is the site, Oracle site you can go for downloading the Java. So this is the official site. So you could see now Java 20 is available, Java 70 is available. So in case you want to download Java 20, you need to select that one. You need to go based on your operating system. You need to go to that one, right? And here you could see based on the your systems operating system information, you need to download the relevant part. In case it's 32-bit machine, you need to download the relevant installer. In case 64-bit machine, you need to download the relevant installer. In case you want to download any previous version, right, Java 11 or JDK 11, right, you can go here in the link and you could see, go to the relevant operating system. So my system is 64-bit, so I can download that one, right, JDK 11.019 Windows 64.bin.exe file. Once you download the exe file, you need to install. So the Java, whenever you'll be installing the Java, you need to make sure that you are creating an Oracle account. With the help of the Oracle account login, you can you can install JDK any version like 11, 8, 19, 20 any version. After Java is downloaded, so in case you go to the my computer, go to C drive, right, go to the program files, their folder will be created called Java. So this is the two is downloaded in my system, JDK 11 and JDK 19. After that, you need to go to your computer. You need to go to the properties, right? You need to click on the advanced system setting. You need to click on the environment variable. You need to set the Java home and the path variable. So you need to create a variable after clicking on the new button. You need to give the variable name as Java home and you need to give the path till the JDK folder. So this is the path you need to give in case you are installing JDK 11, right? That is the path. Click new button, Java underscore home and the variable path, and you can click here. Okay. And in the path variable, you need to give till the bin folder path for the Java or JDK. So that is the path already given. So I am not doing anything. So this is the JDK path already given. So this is the first two setting you need to done. Now you need to complete it, right? After that, you can go to the command prompt CMD, right? And you can type here Java space hyphen version. So you could see that Java like 19 already installed, right? So and or your whatever latest version you are installing for Java, that will be displayed in your command prompt. The next one, you need to download any Eclipse. sorry, any ID or integrated data environment. So here I will be dealing with Eclipse. Eclipse is an integrated development environment used in the field of computer programming. It is mostly used for Java programming. As Karate is written in Java, so it makes more sense why Eclipse is the go-to ID for the API test software. Another reason is that it's an open source tool, and this is pretty strong reason to opt for this tool. User could even use IntelliJ, Visual Studio and other different editor or IDE. So to download the Eclipse, you need to go to the official site of the Eclipse. So this is the site you can go for the Eclipse. Right after that, you can download the latest version, right, based on your operating system. In case it's a Windows, you can do that when. After that, some file will be generated. You need to manually click the step by step and you need to install the Eclipse. After the Eclipse is installed, you need to set the workspace, and after that it will be ready. So this is my Eclipse. So initially, in case you are downloading from the scratch, there will be no folder will be there, but it will be blank. So that will look like Eclipse, and shortcut will be created after installation. So you can simply click on the shortcut so that Eclipse will launch. So here I have installed, right, Eclipse ID for Java Developer 2022-09 version. That is your second step, like Java and then Eclipse. Then you need to go with Maven or Gradle as part of the build dependency management tool. So this is the build automation tool used primarily for building Java project. It is one way of setting up Karate environment and writing the code. While working in Maven, use Maven dependencies that would help user to support Karate framework. Gradle is an alternative to Maven and can be used in equal capacity. User have their right, so Maven and Gradle have their similarities and differences, but can be equally used in setting up an environment for Karate codes. It is easier to use, flexible, and is recommended to use when application has some modularization and management requirement with a bunch of plugins. So how to install the Maven Apache Maven Apache, right? You need to go to the official site of Maven and you can download the latest version here, right? So you could see here it will look like that. So you can just go with that the zip file, right, source or the sorry Apache Maven bin.tar, that zip file, you can just simply click it, that link, it will be downloaded. You need to, there might be zip file, so you need to unzip that file, so it will look like Apache Maven 3.8.6 is already installed. After it's installed, you need to set the again the variable for the Maven home and the path variable. So similar way, you need to go, open your my computer, you need to click on the advanced system setting, you need to go to the environment variable. Right, you could see here I have already set up the Maven home, right, that is the variable in the user variable section, Maven underscore home, and you will be giving the path of the Maven Apache Maven folder path. So and similarly, if you need to go to the path variable, and here you need to give the path till the bin folder of the Maven. So that is already added here, right, you could see for the Maven also it is already added. So this is the setting also need to be completed after Java and Maven is installed. Okay, so you would require your operating system, it can be Mac, it can be Windows, it can be Linux. You need to download Java version 8 onward, preferably I would say that download with 11 version onward. You can go with 11, 19, 20, any version. After the Java is downloaded, right, you need to set the home and the path variable for Java. You need to go any ID, it can be Eclipse or it can be IntelliJ or Visual Studio as well, and you need to install Maven or Gradle as part of a dependency management tool. In case you are installing Maven, so you need to set the Maven underscore home variable and the path variable. You need to give the proper path. Then once your Eclipse installation is done and the Maven and Java setting is done, you need to create a Maven project. So how I will be creating the Maven project? So you need to launch the Eclipse, right? So here I will be launching the Eclipse. Then after that you need to click on the file, new, and we are not creating a Java project, so that is the reason you need to select the other here instead of Java instead of project. You'll be selecting the other here, and here you can type called Maven, so that Maven folder will be there. You need to select Maven project, you need to click on next. So that is the step also given here. After that you need to select create a simple project, skip archive selection. So that part you can select, you can click on the next, and here you need to give the group ID and artifact ID. So what is group ID? So group ID is nothing but your organization specifier. In case you are working for organization, you are working for a customer, every organization will be having the similar group ID. That is the way they can able to understand your project, right? That group ID with the help of the group ID. And artifact ID is nothing but the project name. Okay, but group ID should be always unique for your organization or your customer or for your own interest. And artifact ID you can give similar way. In case you are creating a Java project, you can give any name. So group ID, suppose say my name YouTube channel is Haradhan Automation Library, so I will be always used to give that group ID. And here you can give the artifact ID. So karate framework, right? I can give it karate framework. Then you need to click on finish. So it will take couple of seconds of time, so that karate framework will be created. You could see that is already created. If you expand it, you could able to see lot of folder structure here. src main Java, src main resource, src test Java, src test resource, and pom.xml file. Pom.xml file is nothing but the project object model. So in case you are using Java project, so what you need to do, you need to manually download the relevant jar file and you need to manually associate it. But here we will be using the Maven project. So instead of the manually downloading the jar file, what we will be doing, we will be adding all the relevant dependency in the pom.xml file here. So if you double click, your pom.xml file will be open. Okay, the next thing is that you need to add the relevant dependency, because in case here you are dealing with the karate framework, so you need to add the dependency karate core, karate apache, and karate JUnit 4. That is the way you will be able to develop your code, and you are able to create your runner class, and you are able to run it. So this is the three dependency you need to add. So this is the path you can go where all the dependency for the Maven will be displayed, like http mavenrepository.com. That is the path you can go here. And now here you can type one by one, right? So what I have required, I will require karate core. Okay, so you can type here karate core. You can need to give the space, and you need to type here. You need to search with, you could see it is coming karate core, right? You need to click here, and it is coming from com.intuit.karate. Okay, you need to click here. So any stable version you can go with. So I'll be going with maybe 1.3.1. So you need to click on that here, and after that you could see for every Maven, Gradle, SBT, grab, everything you will be able to get the dependency. So this is my Maven dependency. You simply need to copy here, and in the project there is no dependency tag is there, right? So before the project you need to manually add the dependencies tag. Dependencies, within the dependencies you need to add all your dependency one by one. So I will be adding the first dependency, which is the karate core, version is 1.3.1. Then I will be adding the karate apache. Similarly here I can go and I can enter karate apache, press enter. So automatically it will give me the folder for karate apache. I can click here, I can go with any version. So 0.9.5 I can go, and I can copy the simple code for the Maven dependency. I will copy it and I'll paste it under the dependencies tag in the pom.xml file. So these two dependency got added. And the last one is karate JUnit 4. So I can go again in the search text box. So I can type karate JUnit, right? So you could able to see karate JUnit, karate JUnit 4. Yeah, you could see here that is the option is coming. So you require the same version whatever is there for the karate core. So 1.3.1. so I'll be selecting that version, and I'll be taking that Maven dependency, copy and paste it here. Okay, then save your code. So that what will happen, it will automatically try to add the relevant jar file into the project. It might take couple of seconds time to add it. After all the three dependencies added to your pom.xml file, karate core, karate apache, karate JUnit 4, then you need to add the Maven surefire and compiler plugins as well before the project, after the dependencies tag. So this is the Maven surefire plugin, and this is the Maven apache plugin. So what I will be doing, I'll be simply copying here, that same thing you can copy here. complete tag, and you can go to your Eclipse, and under the dependencies tag, under the dependencies, not the dependency, under the dependency before the project, you can add it here. So here we are using that for the Java version will be using 11, so I can change it to 11 here. So whatever JDK version you'll be using, you can just change it accordingly. Okay, that is done. I will save my code again. So all now I could able to see, after saving my code, all the dependency is added under the Maven dependency. We expand it, right? Automatically you could able to see here, right? All the karate core dependency or your JUnit dependency, relevant relevant jar file is automatically added to your project. That is the way, like Maven projects always better in the real time, right? So that you no need to manually download and manually add to your project. Automatically all your thing will be added here. Okay, so now your project got saved. You can save your code. Okay, now what you need to do, I need to right, create a features file, because here we will be using that cucumber Jarkin syntax. So how you suppose I basic simple thing, in case I want to go with the API testing. Suppose say this is my site. Okay, so I want to enter it. Okay, so that I will retrieve the details. So what I need to do, I need to go to the site, and this operation is get operation, so that like in case it's success, it will be giving me the 200 headers code, in case you are aware with the API testing concept. So this is the part I want to simply interpret into the features file. So start with basic scenario. What I am going to test in this karate basic test key scenario, I will be testing an API with the URL. Method will be get, and I need to validate whether the request is returning a success code 200 or not. So in simple terms, we are just going to test a sample API to see whether or not it's getting successfully executed. Then what I need to do, here all their folder structure is already there. Primarily we will be writing or designing our features file and the runner class into the src test Java folder. So I will be right clicking here. I will be creating a package first. Okay, say features file, right? Features and runners. So I'll be adding all my features files and all my runner class in the same package. So here I'll be first creating a features file. So you need to right click on the package, right click new, and there is an option called file. So say I want to have a get request. So I'll be giving the name called get request dot extension will be always featured, FEATUR. You can give any name, but extension should be always featured. Okay, so my features file got created. So I will be just implementing with the as per the karate naming convention. So whenever you are developing any features file, so it should be always a features, a scenario, and then given, when, and then. I'll be explaining all the term here. Scenario, okay, then colon, and you need to give the scenario name. Suppose say fetching user details, okay, from the URL, right? That is the URL I want to fetch the user details. That is my scenario. Then I can create a that is my feature. You need to give the exact name. Then I will be creating a scenario. So under single features there can be n number of scenario. Okay, we will be learning how to add n number of scenario, how to use scenario outline, so that same scenario can be executed with the different combination of the data or the data driven approach. So here I want to test the correctness of get request. To test the correctness of the get request. Okay, and then you need to give, right, add your relevant step, given, when, and then. So given is nothing but your precondition, when is the exact step you are performing, and then is nothing but your outcome. So I will be using given, and here you need to use URL. That is the syntax coming from the karate framework, and within that URL you need to give single quote, and you need to give the exact URL name, whatever you want to retrieve. So HTTPS part also should be there, otherwise it will throw the error. Okay, HTTP part should be also there. Then given part, that is the precondition, you are launching the URL. Then you are using when which method you are calling? Method get. So that exact thing you need to give. So that are the method, URL, right, and get. These are the specific syntax coming from the Karate framework. And given, when, and then is nothing but that is coming from the BDD framework, right, or the Cucumber. Sorry, not from the Cucumber. Then. So given, when, then, feature, scenario. These are the Cucumber syntax. Whereas URL, method, get, these are the specific to your Karate framework syntax. So status, which status it will come? In case it success, it will be giving me the 200. So that is the way I am creating simple features file. Okay, simple, very simple and simple features file. After that, in case you want to simply run the features file, you can click with run as, and you can go with Cucumber features, right? So you can browse your project. So what is the project? Karate framework, right? And you can select any method here, or any runner class is not there, so leave it for now. So we'll be creating a runner class. Okay, so we'll be creating a runner class. So runner class should be always in the same packages, so that, right, easily you can do the setup for the runner class. So then once my features file is created, I'll be, so before the creating the runner class, let's try to understand what is all about. So what is feature? This is a keyword which is written at the top of the features file, and it describe what is being tested briefly. So features will be a high level scenario, right? And under the features you can have scenario, means it will describe lot of modular, granular functionality, right? And you can also use background, who in case your some step is already common, so you can use them in the background instead of writing them again and again and again for each and every scenario. So this is the background, is an optional section which consists of prerequisite. It may contain all the things which are needed to test the API. The variable which will be defined under the background section will be global to all scenario and reinitialized before execution of each scenario. For example, user can define URL in starting just after feature line, and then this URL will be used in a complete features file for each and every scenario. Then what is scenario? Every features file that user will see will have at least one feature. It is the description of the test case. Given is nothing, I already mentioned. It is the step that need to be executed before any other test step is performed. It is a mandatory actions to be performed when it specifies the condition that should be made to perform the next test step. And then it tells us that what should happen in case the condition mentioned in the when is satisfied. So that is the component of the features file, and these are the syntax coming from the Cucumber, not from the Karate framework. Then what you need to do, you need to create a runner class. So in the same package, I'll be simply creating a runner class. So how you can do it? Right click, click new, and click a class, and you can give the name called test runner, right? And you can simply click on finish. No need to select public static void main method. Okay, after the runner class is created, so before that class name you need to add run with. So that is the way, right, we can run with the help of the JUnit, because here we will be running the thing with the using JUnit runner. So here you need to use karate.class. Okay, now you need to import the relevant run with and the karate.class. So karate, you could see it is coming from the karate.junit.karate into it, right? And similarly I need to also import the run with. So you could see it is coming from the org.junit.runner. Okay, so now error message gone. Now what I can do, as my runner class there, so what is the importance of the runner class? Because in case you are having lot of features file, right, in the same package, so from the same runner class you can run all of them. That is the beauty of the runner class. And from the runner class you can use other approach, like you can, in case you are using some tag and you want to filter out your execution based on the tag, all this stuff you can do it. So that is the reason runner class is almost required, right, whenever you are dealing with primarily with Cucumber framework. So you need to right click here, you need to click on run as, and JUnit test. You could see here now your JUnit is running and your test case got executed. That is the reason it is coming here, right? That is the package name, and it is running, and 1 out of 1, no error, no failure, right? So your test case got passed, and you could see here this is the file path got generated where you will able to see the report, right? If in case you can copy the file path directly and you can paste it, otherwise, right, you can go to the project explorer, you can select the project, you can refresh it. Automatically after refresh you could see there's a target folder getting generated, so you can expand the target folder and you could able to see karate-report that folder. If you expand it, right, you could able to see karate-summary.html file, and if you select that file and if you open with web browser, should able to see some beautiful report created by karate. Okay, so you could see one features got fast, right? This is the features level. Okay, and this is the right package name, and this is the request name of the features name, get request.features file, right? There is no tag right now, so that nothing is getting displayed here. If you expand it, right, you could able to see the relevant features and the relevant step. Okay, so you could able to see the relevant step as well, and it is giving you the result as 1 out of 1 pass, and there is no fail, which time it got executed, able to get it, right? Here the step number is coming based on the step here in the features file, right? 6 5 6 7 is the step, that is the reason is coming as 5 6 7. This is the given, this is the when, this is then. Okay, and how much total time it elapsed to execute 1084 millisecond, and each and every step how much time. You could see that is much faster. That is the reason, right? Compared to the UI testing, API testing will be much faster, and it is already Karate framework already giving you the basic default report. You can definitely, right, modify the report, but it is already giving you very good lot of, right, very good report, so that you can present with the customer. So this is the way you can create a a Maven project. You can add all your dependency in the pom.xml file. You can create the request, right? And definitely you need to create a package first in the SRC test Java folder. You can create simple request. You can create a features, and with the feature you can create multiple scenario, and you need to give given, when, and then, which is nothing but the cucumber syntax. And then you can create a runner file and you can run them. Apart from that, right, in case you want to run your code from the pom.xml file itself using Maven test, you can do it. You need to select that pom.xml file, you need to right click here, you need to run as Maven test, right? That is the thing you can do it. So it will also execute your test cases using Maven test. You could able to see it is running the test, it is running features file runner, and you could see test run 1. There is no failure at all. So that is the way your build is success. Total number of times elapsed, finish that is the time. So this is the way you can start, and also the report is generated, so you can directly copy the path and you can, right, paste it here. So similar way, as right now I have only one feature, so it is giving me the pass, right? And if you click here, it will be giving you the steps as well, given, when, and then. So that is the way, right, you can start your journey for the cucumber framework. So what you are the thing you need to do? So you need to first, right, install Java, any version 11 onward. You need to set the path for the Java home and the path variable. You need to install any ID. It can be Eclipse or IntelliJ or Visual Studio. In case you would need to integrate Maven or Gradle as part of your dependency management tool, you need to download that, and you need to add the Maven home and the path variable for the Maven Apache. Right, in the Eclipse, you need to open Eclipse, you need to create a Maven project, you need to give the proper group ID and artifact ID, you need to go to the pom.xml file, you need to add the dependency from the Maven repository.com, Karate Core, Karate Apache, and the Karate JUnit 4. You also need to add the Maven surefire plugin and the Maven compiler plugin. After that, you need to create a package into the SRC test Java folder. You need to create a properties file, you need to add the steps, right, features, scenario, given, when, and then. You need to create a runner class, and then you can run as using JUnit test. It will generate some report, right, and report folder name, you will get it. You can directly go to that folder, right, and you can open it, so that it will give you some report which is generated by the Karate framework. That's all from today's session, guys. Thank you. Stay tuned for my upcoming videos.